We are gathered here today for boigas. Everybody wanted to know how I made the burgers, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna learn how to make burgers. Simplistic, beautiful, juicy, crunchy, pickly, saucy, extra saucy burgers. First thing you gotta do is you gotta make your sauce. While you're making your sauce, you're preheating the oven and you're putting the buns in the stove so that they get a little bit warm. Cast iron, as hot as humanly possible, can't get too hot. I put the stove at about 275, depends on your stove. I really just want to get the bun nice and warm. You don't need to toast it. We use potato rolls. Martin's potato rolls, doesn't matter because mine's not. Potato roll is potato roll. But you need a potato roll, except no substitutes. Serious about that. Also, you don't need to butter your potato roll. These things are buttery enough. Do not butter or grease or whatever to your potato roll. So you want, for 3 or 4 burgers, just like a quarter cup of mayonnaise. We're not making a ton of sauce. Doesn't keep very well either. You just want roughly a ratio of 3 to 1 to 1 of mayonnaise to yellow mustard, not Dijon, and then ketchup. Then on top of that, you're gonna take some dill pickles. This is really the inspiration or the best part about the sauce. I also like to use smaller pickles because they have more skin. And the skin of a pickle has a nice little snappy bite to it. So we're gonna dice the hell out of this until we get to really about 1/5 the overall volume of the sauce. Like you wanna have like little tiny pickle explosions in every single bite. You want this sauce to be like pickles with a side of sauce. See that? It's a lot of pickles. That's just one pickle though. So now let's mix this up a little bit just to get a good feel for what it looks like. We want to have the right color. And it's kind of like, it's gonna look like In-N-Out sauce. It's essentially kind of what I'm making. I'm kind of stealing an In-N-Out sauce. I don't know how they make their sauce, so I made this shit up. So at that point in time, we need to add our seasoning. First thing you can do is you can add a little bit of pickle juice. Because why not? You got so much damn pickles in there, juice ain't gonna hurt. That's not all. You need to have a little bit of lemon too. It's a different type of juice. I'm a big fan of juice personally. I've been a fan of juice my entire life. Beautiful. Not a whole half lemon, I'm looking at just like quarter of a lemon. And then kosher salt. Coarse ground. Ground pepper. Now, incorporate it. Now the most important step is coming up in the creation of your sauce. The most important step. You taste your sauce. I like to use a finger if I'm cooking by myself. Otherwise, because I'm not a dirty bastard, I will use a spoon. Pretty freaking good. Now, we're gonna do our burgers. This is gonna happen quick. I can open it. Notice I have not touched this. This is 80-20 meat, just ground beef. You do not want to touch this. The more you mess with it, the more you're gonna have a shitty burger, all right? First thing to do is, because this is a dry pan that is smoking shit, we actually do need a little bit of oil. And that's because we want to make these burgers as flat as possible against the bottom of this pan. And if we do that with the dry pan, even though it's cast iron, it's still gonna stick. So we want to use just a little bit of oil right over the spot we're gonna put this burger. And then, this is about a pound of meat. I go with about 1/6 of a pound per patty. They're small patties. It's the way to do it. There you go. That's it. I just grabbed it, kind of put it together. Not really. Putting it in the pan now. Right there. Boom. Now, next most important part. We're gonna take the bottom of a dish. You can use a spatula or whatever. And we're gonna flatten this sucker. Look at that. Beautiful. At this point in time, that's about 1/4 of an inch thick. We're then gonna season. We're just gonna be seasoning this on one side. Put enough, you're biting through a burger vertically. So you don't need to season both sides. One side is enough. All right, and we're gonna sit here and we're gonna let it sit. We're not gonna do shit to it. We're not gonna look at it, we're not gonna touch it. We're gonna turn our backs to it, literally. I'm gonna check on this. Ooh, these are looking nice. This is nowhere near done. We're gonna take a drink. All right, we're gonna start talking about cheese. I like cheese. I like all kinds of cheese. I never met a cheese I didn't like. However, there's only one cheese for this kind of burger. It is unfortunate because it's kind of a disgusting thing for many people. However, it's not gonna be disgusting on this burger, trust me. It is sliced American cheese. It melts the right way, it tastes appropriately processed, I don't know. It's just freaking delicious. On this particular burger, I don't really add in anything else, but this is the way to go for this. Really only one slice is necessary. This is such a small patty, don't double cheese yourself, all right? Catch you being double cheesed up on a Tuesday, I'm gonna be real mad at you. All right, now I need a spatula. This is really close to being nice and crisped up, but it's not there yet. The way you can tell if it's ready to be flipped is when the gray parts of it being cooked are starting to creep up around the side. That's when you know you can flip it. Now the reason we're waiting for this is we almost want it to burn. We want it to be super crunchy on the bottom because that's part of what a Smashburger is all about. I can see that it's getting nice and burny around the sides. All right, now it's time for the money shot. Take it around. Scooby-Doo. Flip, oh yeah. Just a little bit of char. The beginning of char, but mostly just brown. So now that this is flipped, it's gonna go real quick. I'm gonna take this cheese. I'm gonna stack this cheese nice and high. But only one slice. And then I'm gonna cover it. Take this out. This is ready to go now. We're gonna sauce the bottom. And in that amount of time it took us to sauce the bottom, this is now done. Just like that. Going to sauce the top. And now it is complete. And that is a juicy motherfucking burger.